Back to the track now for more middle distance action. It's coming thick and fast. Hope you're enjoying the unfolding dramas of this final session at these 38th European Athletics Indoor Championships from Apeldoorn.
So running out, we've got Ryan Clark coming out, one of two Dutchmen, and he's followed very quickly by Samuel Chapple. They should have come out in reverse order, but they're coming out like this. Chapple very impressive in his heats. The Irishman, the two-time bronze medalist, Mark English, also got 2 bronze medals outdoors at the European Championships. Catalin Tettucciano, European Championships bronze medalist on home soil last summer for Italy. Now, Elvin Canales, fastest man in Europe this year with 1:45.65, which he did in Luxembourg. And the very, very impressive Eliott Crestan, World Indoor Championships bronze medalist 12 months ago. And he was a superb winner of his semi-final. He's also reduced his indoor best to 1:44.69 this winter. So we saw over the first 2 laps a very slow women's 800 metres. I wonder if the scene and scenario is going to be different here. No doubting who he's supporting. But Canales, this very, very impressive Spaniard, 23 years of age, has really come through and impressed this year. Based in Girona, up in the northeast of the country. So Crestan in lane 5, English 4, Tettucciano 3, and then the 2 Dutchmen on the inside, Ryan Clark and Samuel Chapple. Chapple improved his personal best to 1:45.46 on this very track at the start of February.
On your marks.
Well, it's always a quick first 150 metres in that charge to the break point, and the fact that they head into the inside lane. Crestan taking the front, and as we were talking about in the semi-finals, that is often the place to be. Canales on his shoulder, Ryan Clark on the inside in 3rd place at the moment, slightly boxed, looking very comfortable in 4th. Mark English, 25.10 the first lap.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Crestan running a really smart race. He's been a clever racer throughout the championships. He's proven that actually over the last couple of years. And he's making sure this is healthy. So anybody who wants to come past him is going to have to put in an unreasonable acceleration. Nobody's going to want to come past him. But Canales, the danger man, on his shoulder, perfectly poised as they come to 400. 25.1 at 200. 51.77. It's pretty quick.
That's pretty quick indeed. Canales perfectly poised on the shoulder of Crestan at the moment, but Crestan holding the inside line. Clark looking a little bit boxed. How's he going to get out of there? He's trying to get his way through on the inside. He's getting raucous support from the Dutch. Canales just got a little bit of a shove there from Clark. Clark's got no way out, but Crestan's doing everything right, leading this race from the front, going through the bell in 1:18.69. Crestan now starting to accelerate. This is going to be a blistering last lap. Crestan pushing hard with just over 100 metres to go. Canales now tucked on the inside. Chapple coming up very strongly as his compatriot Clark weakened, but Crestan is still at the front. Chapple attacking. Crestan coming into the home straight, about 50 metres. Crestan desperately trying to hold off Chapple. Chapple comes through though. Chapple gives the Netherlands their 3rd victory at these championships. What a wonderful run from Samuel Chapple, and a new personal best. Well, what a fantastic race for gold and silver. But we think Mark English may yet have got another bronze. Oh, what did you make of that race, Tim?
Brilliant racing, and look at the time, a national record 1:44.88, and Crestan took it to the opposition. You have to give credit to the Belgian. He didn't put a foot wrong, but he got passed by somebody putting a foot better. Chapple there giving the Dutch crowd here one of the peaks of their championship weekend. It has been incredible, but for this crowd, that is so quick. The leading pair under 145. Mark English, absolutely superb. His nickname should be the head waiter. He waited and then got past Tekujanu. Canales, the threat withered as the race got quicker and quicker later on.
Oh, what a terrific run from Samuel Chapple. I was talking with some of the Dutch team and they were saying, well, we don't really know very much about him. Seems like a nice bloke. Well, he's absolutely vicious and brutal when it comes to that last 50 metres. That was a stunning finish from Samuel Chapple, taking a Dutch national record of 1:44.88. Has really come through this winter. I have to say, before this winter, I didn't know much about him. There's the Dutch crowd on their feet, as you can imagine. Absolutely exultant. A little bit of commiseration for Ryan Clark, who was boxed very badly during the first lap and then just drifted backwards, coming home in 6th place. But the Dutch, 2 men in this final, one in 1st place and one in 6th place. But as you were saying, Eliott Crestan as well, all credit to him. He did everything right, just couldn't hold off Samuel Chapple when it came down to the death with 20 metres to go.
Well, Phil, he's set a new national record and improved his own national record by about 3/4 of a second, certainly 2/3 of a second. It's a massive performance. And you look at his races these last 3 days, 146, 145, 144. I mean, that shows real strength too. That is tough running under any circumstances. He's done brilliantly, has Chapple, a very, very worthy winner. Crestan, all credit to him. He front ran 144.9. It was almost a time trial. Superb from him. And Mark English, that's a great bronze for him. He's the old man of that field at 31, and yet he's come home with a medal. He would go home with a medal. Brilliant for the Irish.
Well, it's still absolutely bedlam here in the Omnisport Apeldoorn. And throwing another number out, well, Chapple goes up to 10th on the European all-time list for this indoor event. So here we see a replay of the race. Crestan leading the way as they come into the closing stages.
Yeah, Crestan here. I thought he'd done enough. Chapple there just easing past the dying Canales of Spain. And then he'd got Crestan on his sights. Even though he's run the longer line, look, having to run a metre or so further around that bend, driving for the line, holds his form so well. And of course, for Crestan in the white of Belgium, it's always tough when you sense somebody's coming at you. You cannot help but tighten up. You get nervous, you get worried, and there's nothing you can do about it. He even has the presence of mind, Chapple, there to dip at the line. Absolutely superb. It's not close. He dips for gold. Mark English 3 metres further back. Great finish there from Tekujanu, who was at the back throughout the whole race and just was shy of that bronze.
I'll tell you what a terrific race. Notwithstanding the fact that it's a glorious home victory, that is going to be in the highlights package of the championships. And it's still absolutely crazy here as Samuel Chapple goes on his victory lap. There's the result. Confirmation. Samuel Chapple 1:44.88, a national record, an improvement by almost 3/4 of a second. Eliott Crestan almost did the impossible of running a gun-to-tape race, but just beaten 1:44.92. Mark English, his 3rd bronze medal at these championships, 1:45.46.